My life has been a struggle. It's been a war. I've been battling drugs and alcohol for over 25 years.
It's going to always be a struggle, right? I'm going to be an addict until I die.
The ultimate struggle is that we want to feel numb. We don't want to feel what's going on up here in our minds. So we use substances and alcoholism to substitute not feeling anymore.
Addiction is a perception disease. What alcohol and drug give to alcoholics and addicts was exactly just that, peace.
Drug and alcohol abuse is a worldwide crisis. In recent years, deaths from drug abuse have skyrocketed. Opioids are the biggest global threat, accounting for the majority of all drug-induced deaths. The opioid epidemic has hit the United States especially hard. The catastrophe costs the economy nearly $100 billion a year, and the emotional cost to families and loved ones is immeasurable. The blue-collar town of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, has been devastated, and local caregivers are seeking new treatment solutions. The James A. Casey House is the premier halfway house in Wilkes-Barre, offering programs to help addicts get sober, find jobs, and develop the life skills they need to stay clean.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate? Me. Me.
Myself. And I.
It's ironic that something like the opioid epidemic should bring our work to the forefront of the news.
The drug and alcohol and the clientele that we are serving here are basically homeless. Drug and alcohol literally and physically is mental health.
I lost my best friend. He died like a week or two after we started using heroin. If you're doing heroin, at some point you're gonna try to commit suicide. I mean, I did.
This is a powerful, baffling, potentially fatal disease. We have lost a number of our former clients to overdoses.
My friend just overdosed last night. That's the second friend I lost in the last week.
It's still difficult to give up these self-medicating habits because people are dealing with really tough circumstances in the world today, and certainly in their own personal lives.
I came up really difficult childhood. My mom was really poor. My dad was murdered. So it was a broken home, living in the projects in Philadelphia. And that's what led me many, many years later in and out of jail and prison to here.
I had a really rough childhood. My mom died when I was 7, and my dad, he got murdered right in front of me.
My substance abuse started with addiction to opiates from a surgery I had in 2001. But I didn't become an addict at first. It became a dependence. Then after a while, it turned into an addiction.
You're carrying emotional baggage. And boy, those emotions, they can eat us up.
I'm trying every single day. It's a struggle because you're battling with your addiction, with trying to figure out why you needed that to begin with. Why did you need substances or alcohol to feel better?
At some point, the alcohol and drugs stopped working. Now we were looking for peace somewhere else. And some of us, come in places like this, finding is a better way to find a peace.
No program can bring peace, because peace does not come from outside. Peace is in you. But what really Peace Education Program does is puts you in touch with you. And then the door of the heart opens and peace is felt.
The Peace Education Program is an innovative series of workshops offered to all of the clients at the Casey House to help them feel the inner strength, hope, and contentment they need to make better choices in life.
The program fits pretty neatly into what we're doing in as much as The philosophy is one of reaching inside for what is valuable, beautiful, miraculous, at a time when these guys are really broken.
Appreciation. I got a lot of appreciation. I appreciate, just being alive. Like Wayne said, appreciate being sober today. It takes practice. Just be grateful for little things at first,
You have to have appreciation to be grateful, to achieve happiness. Because how are you going to be happy if you don't appreciate the things that you have?
When I first came here the first time, I had no focus on doing anything that these people was telling me here. So I had no intentions, I had no ability to listen to Prem and nothing that he had to say. I sat in the back of the classroom trying to just get the hour over with. And it's people, I'm like, what is he talking about? I don't know anything about peace. And when I came back this time, I got more focused in what he was saying. I sit up in the front of the class every Saturday. I listen to what Prem had to say. I've been into it 100% more than the last time I was here.
The Peace Education Program is probably one of the most fundamental things of why I'm here. I always thought before I listened to Prem Rawat that peace was something that we had to find outside, until I realized that peace is from within. It's from within the heart. It has changed my view on life.
Peace to me was not being at war until I started these workshops. And then it became like an integral part of my being, I guess. It's trying to every single day just wake up and realize that I'm alive. And getting back to being alive again without having to look for peace from substances or alcoholism.
It's all like a toolbox, and you have your screwdrivers and you have your wrenches. And Prem Rawat has put one of the tools into my toolbox. I listen to him now, and I tried to figure out what it is that I was doing wrong. And I found out that it's not here, because this is what always taught me what to do is here. And that hole that I was missing in here, I know Mr. Rawat said we had 25,550 days. It's normal lifespan. I done used up half of that already.
On average, if a human being lives for 70 years, then that's how many days you get. 25,550 days. That's it. When I speak to people, I don't want to make them feel guilty. I try to, as subtly as I can sometimes, give a sense of urgency, because people have so much happening in their life. And I just want to call their attention to themselves and their existence. Because after me, will this world go on? You bet. Will flowers bloom? Yes. Will rain come down? Yes. Will the sun shine? Of course. Will the fish jump in the ocean? Of course. But the thing is, I won't be there to witness it. I won't be there to enjoy it. I won't be there to say, wow, that is beautiful.
I don't want to leave life being out there because I thought that my life was going to end up in the gutter.
Prem Rawat finds a way to explain to us, you don't have to feel what's going on up here, you have to feel what's going on in here. Find inner peace, and then you can feel better.
We have been given an incredible opportunity, an incredible field, and it is the field of life.
Our mind's eye plants seeds, and you can let the seeds of hatred and jealousy and rage and unhappiness grow.
If you planted the seed of doubt, there will be a tree. You will have nurtured it, obviously. But what? if I told you that inside of you there is a seed of joy? And you need to plant it. Would you? What if I told you that you have a seed of clarity, but you need to plant it? Would you? But if I told you that you had a seed of peace, would you plant it?
So you plant the seeds of happiness and inner peace. And when those start to grow, your mind becomes much better, much healthier. And you feel peace. You feel at peace.
The beautiful thing is, it doesn't matter when you sow these seeds, they will sprout. So it's never too late.
This song is called Ambassador of Peace, and it is directly inspired from Prem Rawat.
His message is real and it's genuine. And even for guys like me who came from a broken home and in and out of jail for many, many years.
Self-awareness is the conscious heart discovered, understanding who we are as we recover. We relapse and we go in our addictions time and time again. I figure if we can only put half the energy in that we put in our recovery in something like the Peace Education program, we would never fail. We would never relapse.
Now I know who I am, because I had to find out that I no longer had to be the person who I was taught to be growing up in the projects for 20 years. You know, now I can be who I am. I'm a sensitive person who likes to help people, who will do anything for anybody. And I never knew that was inside of me. I never knew until I found out that when I got to that peace, I would dismiss that black hole that was in my body.
This is a peace that is defined from within. If you would ever want to open up your mind to something besides drugs and alcohol or anything else, try to open your mind to this. It's a daily struggle for me, and it's going to continue to be. I don't expect anything that's just miracle's going to happen. You know, I'm beginning to realize more and more that I don't need to find a miracle. The miracle is me. The miracle is us. If I could live that, I could certainly live without substance abuse. This is the peace that is defined.